Hello, traders. Welcome to the Monday stream where we had a nice little recovery. Because we had that little pullback last week, but no new all-time highs on the index funds yet, but really nice pivot on the S&P and the NASDAQ. And you had a few outliers today that just went berserk, like Applied Materials on my screen right now. All-time highs. Insanity, man. Like up 11%. Hit $700 first time ever. I don't even think it was news driven. It just was gone. And then you had Rocket Lab was up today like 16%. Pan W, Palo Alto Networks all time highs 9%, just gone, dude. Stratosphere. Then you had Tesla, Solar Edge. We talked about Solar Edge yesterday. Where it was like, if it's going to 42, that's more strategic. Not Solar Edge. What was the other? This is the trade setup that hit target 1 and has pulled back. But you're starting to get into dollar cost average areas. Like, I think that this solar trend is bullish. You're in an uptrend, and it's been confirmed. And the entry for that trade setup was 44. This was just another one that I didn't even mention yesterday when people were like, "Oh, where you been, man? Where the trade setups?" Like, bro, the trade setup's been here. They're just playing out. This is another one that has not like completed. It has not hit all the price objectives, but it's hit one, and I think this is in great shape for higher prices eventually. The most strategic entry is always going to be $40 to $42. Hence, the entry of the trade setup was there. But now it's like you'll be lucky to get there again. So probably higher in time, back to 69, let's just say, because we love 69. NNE up 7% today, but this one's like still this M-shaped completion zone. So, I mean, maybe it's going to hold here, small cap. It looked like it was kind of holding on, and then they put in a lower high and it kind of dumped, but it's still holding above 1930. It's a little inflection point. So I wonder if it's going to actually be a type 2 return here, or if it's just going to roll over, because it's no working product. It's just a concept, portable nuclear energy. Yeah, maybe one day, but we'll see. It's at right pattern completion zone. Could be a type 2 return, something to just pay attention to, keep your eye on, around 20 bucks. This could be the best entry ever. Fortunately, there's nothing really indicating that sellers are exhausted down here. It's just maybe a type 2 return. Okay. So you can pull up that Solar Edge real quick. Sorry, we'll get to the index funds and the others soon. Just kind of like stuff happened today. I just wanted to look at it, Sec. Find it eventually, man. Jeez. Dang, man, it's pretty far back. Man, a lot of people just talking about Solar Edge in the Discord. What happened? Let's see. Good God, dude. We got this, man. Oh, almost there. I don't even know. Is it actually the formal setup? Maybe? Yeah. Gosh dang, dude. Took a minute. It was just so... It was like Velo, right? It's just like a bread and butter type trade. Where, yeah, you just... Right, entry around support, and then target 1 was on the way to target 2, and then pulled back. And yeah, I mean, at any point it'll probably rally. I think you'll see target 2. If things get crazy, which the trend continues, you'll probably see target 3 at 140. So this is just your trend is your friend. Nice little pullback, type 2 return. I'm sorry. There's a confirmation low at support, and you ran again. So these are some nice trades. They're not like harmonic trades or anything like that. They're just different ways of swing trading, different strategies. And that's one of my favorites because it's kind of one of your easiest setups where it's just the easiest place to manage risk. You know your trend's good. You know you got local forms of confirmation, and you know your upside potential is good too. So that's like all the things you're looking for when you're swing trading. Okay, so Tesla was one of the big ones today. Jeez, dude. I mean, ran up to where, you know, we wanted to be above. Like, it was such a good day today, but for all that it didn't do enough. Maybe tomorrow, right? Give me another one of these days and we're in good shape again. Like, if we can get above 414.50 and the 200-day moving average, I'm going to be good on Tesla. That's what I need. I need that in my life. And we don't have it yet, so it's really good that it pumped. But we got to get some confirmation above levels for the old all-time high from 2021. And again, the 200 moving average. That's got to happen. So let's have our alerts set up. We hear the beep. We know really good things are happening. We could go like full on bullish on Tesla again if those things happen. What you always want, no matter what, right? Even if it's like a solar edge. Imagine this is solar edge. If it was, this is what really happened on solar edge. Stuff like that. Like, you got to have the price action correlating positively to the key levels always if you want to construct the most optimum trading plan. It has to be like that. If it's not, it's very difficult to do it. So like, this is what we want. We may never get it. We probably won't get it, but that, if we could get it, it would be a dream of all dreams. So that's what we're going to be hoping for. If they can breach the key levels, you want to see them breach and then maybe reconfirm some level of support and then get some local tests that would like maybe, you know, prove to us that there's some reaccumulation going on. So that, yeah, anyway, good day on Tesla. Not taking anything away from it. I'm just saying, right? Where are we at? We're the swing trader, position trader bros. We always want those things to develop. All right. RGTI, you know what, man? Starting to look, I mean, it might be cooked, but are they reaccumulating? You could use your imagination and kind of look at it like that, dude. Oh, the other one, QBTS, I think looks a little better. I mean, they already broke the supply line. It was like a falling wedge kind of, right? I mean, kind of like that. You can kind of see it. But it's just more like, I'm not saying it's a formal structure by any means, but you just, again, use your imagination, have an open heart and an open mind, 1 and 2, and then what are they doing? They're trying to work on 3. You don't know when 3 is going to get put in, if it even is, but like if they could take it in 1968, $20 for a back test, and not just back testing, but maybe, just maybe, by the grace of God, filling a gap. With that type of volume on the gap up, I don't know if you'll ever get it. It could very well be a breakaway gap. Like, you just gotta think about the structure here. It's maybe in a long-term uptrend, they are reaccumulating a position on the quantum sector, subsector, right? I wonder, you know, it could end up like a Tesla where it looked kind of okay and then it craps out. But hey, man, anything above 1968 right now is actually very good on QBTS. And you got that pattern in its development, nearing the conclusion of its development, a 90-day pattern. You got that behind you. That's really good. And they're right around that 200 moving average. That's okay. It doesn't have to be above it right now, but this is kind of what you're looking for, man. The most optimum thing ever. Oh yeah, they come down and they test that level. They fill the gap, and you just get a little bit of this, and that will be the third valley. It'd be like that. It'd be such an incredible risk management area. Perfect trading plan area. So, got to be paying attention to QBTS and RGTI. Got to. These are in long-term uptrends that have, I mean, this is a huge correction. But you can still see that type of possible potential reaccumulation. Maybe not quite actionable. You can start taking shots on it, I guess, but like, you could get a better entry. Maybe it's maybe not perfectly proportionate. It could go a little bit deeper and be more proportionate. You know, 1660, they fill the gap, right? They come down to $17. That'll be a perfect little area. So good structure. Anyway, are y'all here? Is this stream on? I haven't even looked at chat. We say hi. What's up, Joseph and Jurassics and Pocket Miner. Ulu Patience here, dude. Johnny Crypto, Nitton's here. Where we are the change. What's up, dude? Any metal bros left alive? Yeah, short metal bros. Oh my god, man. I made like $750,000 shorting silver year to date. And I've still made more on longing silver because of January and didn't lose any of my gains. I was not participating in silver the day of Silver Friday history. So yeah, dude, metal bros, you can be a metal bro and be short. So I love silver, dude. Silver's like my spirit commodity for sure. Wow. Good to see y'all. Yeah, for real. What's up, Rolly? Mark B, Scrog, Evan C. What's up, Brad? Kane Clipsy. Oh, we got some good people in here today. Dow Jones is here. Professional FLR is here. Krister G. What's up, dude? What's up, Bobby? Oh, it's Eric B up, man. I know you, dude. Thank you so much. Imagine getting allocated a Pepsi days before it's discontinued, and then 3 months later getting allocated a Panda. Like, in what world does any human being get to do that outside of Brad Pitt or Drake? My mind is gone, dude. Okay. Yeah, lost it. Welcome to the stream. Anthony, we're here. Yeah, you are here, dude. And things happen. So, all right, we're just looking at some notable assets, you know, just want to knock them out for a minute. We should look at the index funds real quick, just for sake of continuity, right? Hey, maybe we got a diamond. I like how they defended 73.49. That was in the discussion where, hey, if they don't lose that, you're okay. If they do, we might be in trouble. But even if it was going to be a double top can't be confirmed as that pattern until they lose 72.29. None of that happened. They just had a huge green candle, and this is like when you don't expect anything, you got to wonder, is a pivot in? I don't know, right? Like, I could now do this, and we have a diamond, and it's freaking beautiful, isn't it? If it's like this, holy crap, it's gorgeous. Put it in a Bukowski textbook right now. Like, good Lord, it's artwork, isn't it? So we just don't know, right? We don't know if this anchor point is real yet. I mean, it seems like it might be. It was a big day, 0.29%, but we have price contraction. We have the warring of buyers and sellers right now on the S&P 500. Who will win the war? Will it be a diamond top reversal, or will it be a diamond top continuation? It is as neutral as a symmetrical triangle. That's how you look at the psychology of this pattern. So, nearing the apex anyway, so big moves up, down, coming. What's up, David, dude? All right, what's up, BJ and Willis? Hello, everyone. Yeah, I love it, man. It looks so pretty. Okay. Put that in your chart pattern pipe and smoke it. NASDAQ, I guess same thing, right? I mean, same type of structure where you got all the makings of a diamond. It's beautiful. It's pretty beautiful. Let's see here. Yeah, if I try to plot it, you know, I mean, they're very hand in hand right now. Let's see. Well, it would be, it's kind of less of a diamond. I mean, it's almost not a diamond because it's kind of stronger. You won't believe it. It's a little bit stronger than the S&P because the second peak is higher. It's an 886, maybe even a 90+% retrace. So it's I think it's a little bit more of a bullish bias. Because a higher, it's almost not a lower high is what I mean. It is almost an identical high. So it's more of a potential reaccumulation happening. You notice the difference You see this one, how it's kind of up sloping like that, and then the other one's not as pronounced. Sorry, what the heck? Here to here. Yeah, they are different types of diamonds, right? For now. So it's great, man. If you want the continuation of this insanity, which is probable because we know how these cycles work. You only are getting like 10% corrections one time a year. If you do, you never get 20% corrections back-to-back years ever. It's never happened once. If you get a 10% correction, it's a one-time thing. After that, maybe you're getting some 5%ers. It already happened, right? You got your 20%er right here. That was a one-time, every couple years thing. You got your 10% correction already from June 3rd, 8.3%, whatever. And then what'd you get on this most recent little pullback? You got a almost 6%, 5.7% pullback. So are we getting another 10% correction this year? Probably not. But you know, people will be like, I need a pullback. It's like, sir, you kind of already got it. I mean, you got your pullback twice. You got two pullbacks, nice ones, 8.3, 5.7. So, I mean, of course it could roll over for sure, but just know how it is, man. Like in 2025 through all the way to November, I mean, pretty much to 2026. Look what happened after, you know, one pullback. You weren't getting many more after that. I mean, you did get one. It was a 4.3% correct, a one-day event, and then it was onward and upward to the all-time highs. So, remember, this is just a monetary debasement thing. It's because the money printer's on always. We have to keep printing more money in the shadows to service the insane amount of debt that is, it's just getting exponentially worse. So we have to exponentially print more. And number go up on these things because of that. So these are just financial instruments to try to keep up with or outrun inflation. Bonds aren't working. Bonds can't do it. Bonds are your money in bonds. It's like you might be like making some money on your bonds with yield, but that yield is still less than, I think, annual monetary debasement. So it's like you have to participate in these markets to actually keep up with it. So anyway, this price contraction, I guess you could say, has kind of been going on for a little over, what is it? No, nearly 2 months, 7 weeks or so. And then you got this, the Dow Jones Industrial Average. There is no such thing as a structure right now on this one. It's just like upsloping channel, I guess. Kind of began to channel late April. I could probably try to plot it here like this. Yeah, that's what you got probably going on right now. Even if you like that, I mean, maybe that's all we have, just testing up against supply line, up against the Fibonacci extensions. It was the highest daily candle close literally in history. You did have a record today, record close. Jesus chimes. Three falling peaks and a bull flag. Probably the steepness.
I think JPY will lose a lot to other currencies. What do you think?
I'm not sure, Anon. I can look at it. I haven't, I'm not a commodity trader. I know that you can trade commodities successfully for sure. And typically, if I'm going to look at commodities, I'm sorry, if I'm going to look at currencies, excuse me, I would be a commodity equity trader, and then not a currency trader, but you can be a currency trader successfully for sure and make good money doing it. So with that, I mean, I typically look at Forex as kind of like just trade setups, right? Just like take a trade and you're out. There's no investing. There's probably no position trades. It is literally like you're in and out because it's so liquid. I mean, there's like $2 to $5 trillion a day being passed around on the Forex markets. So But I can look at it. We'll definitely look at it. Thank you for the contribution, man. Remember, 100% crowdsourced stream despite anything. So thank you, dude. No, I've never made you watch advertisements, never had a sponsor on this stream. No affiliate marketing link shoved down your throat. Literally nothing. Just you and me, no ads. This is all free. Like everything I do every day has been for free. 8.5 years. So thank you, dude, for that. And we'll go look at the Rust 2000, which is also super hot, sizzling hot, like the heat wave that is beginning to hit the Midwest up to the plains. Super hot. Not a record close today. Trying to make sense of what we got going on here. I mean, it could break upward, sure, but you are kind of showing a rising wedge, upsloping price contraction, and $3,000. Excuse me, $3,000 was broken, and you've now had 3 days in a row. I'm sorry, what? You've had 4 days in a row of traders settling up above $3,000. Very interesting. Don't know if that's real, how it's going to work, but you're definitely kind of stagnating. Momentum has stagnated, so it's not necessarily impending price action reversal. But you like went class A bearish divergence into class C bearish divergence, where you make a high on price, a slightly higher high on price, and you make the same levels on the oscillator. Stagnation, not exhaustion. So make of that what you will. A super hot market. I just
Yay, I know you're not trading currencies, but weekly monthly looks juicy.
I like it when it looks juicy, man. Super juicy. Oh, we'll look at it 100%, dude. I mean, I hope it does look good. I might have to figure it out and go long or whatever I need to do on it if it does that. So much love. 2690. It does feel so good. Yeah, just elevated small caps. Okay, cool. We can go to Bitcoin real quick. Knocked out some index funds, some high flyers, some movers today. Bitcoin, as we discussed yesterday, horrible spot, but maybe that dragon, maybe they're trying to defend the key level here. We know it's a level of all levels. It's so important. Why is it so important? Because if you look back to 2021, it was an all-time high reversal point, and then it was a confirmation level when it was all over, and then it was a support later in that cycle, and then at the end of the cycle it was confirmed as resistance before collapsing. So we know how real 57.5 to 58k is, and they've tested it. They're holding it. They're trying to engulf today, covering the previous candle technically. So you wonder, like, are we going lower first, or is this divergence gonna
160
mature?
on /JP broken. I think 220 might be a target with some targets on the way lower.
Oh, you want to short, man? You want to short some currencies? Sounds super sophisticated. Trying to put on some classical music, dude. Yeah, we will look at all that. Certainly, just getting through remember the stream's pretty much called Across the Markets. So we're just going across the markets. Once we're across those markets all the way, for the most part, boom, we'll go into that first. So I wonder if the dragon will go deeper, and if this XABC wave will go, we know it can go much deeper, but not if they're going to defend this level. So you're just kind of on like C to D wave watch, whether it's sooner rather than later, or if they just do this, you could do that. All this is valid for now. So, I mean, understand this, without an edge, the inflection zone, it's 57.5, 58K, or 63.6, 65K. So anytime, buyers defend a key level at supports, they could run it up to the next inflection zone. So if it holds here, given enough time, it could very well get it. They could go test this perfectly. 63.5, that could be your target, but you're in a downtrend right now. I mean, but yeah, you wonder, like, will this just all of a sudden, will it just be like,
and then just like that,
bullish divergence out the gate immediately, and it starts pumping now? Or will it need to dump more and then show bullish divergence? Because they couldn't even get it to oversold again, technically. So, all right, there's your Bitcoin update. Look at the monthly real quick, because the monthly candle's closing soon. How about that's ugly stuff, man. Going for the lowest monthly candle close since August 2024. I mean, how perfect was that cup with handle, man? You can't even make it up. It was also a 1618 fib extension, which just makes it even more beautiful. One for the ages. Just a position trade, cup with handle, unironic cup with handle, because, you know, people will conflate cup with handle so much. It played out, man, and then it was over.
US oil, please.
Oh, Ethan, we were gonna go there anyway. You got something else, man? We'll go to US oil. It's horrible. 71.19 right now, down 0.08% on the new day. It was a trade, man. All US oil was a trade, and it was legendary. If NFTs were a thing, we would have the best NFT ever. It would be like a baseball card, but for, you know, just $500,000 on US oil trade. Oh, so good. And you were out. And then it just jumped around. Wasted your time from March 10th after the trade complete, March 9th, when the trade completed officially. Jumped around for effing 3 months of your life doing nothing, chopping around, and then collapsed. Nearing entry of old trade. That's commodities. You'll learn. They rarely do what gold and silver did. I'm telling you, man, they rarely like break out, go on price discovery, and then just end in mania. That is such a rare occurrence with commodities. Typically, they'll present a setup, and then they'll mark up, and then everyone will take profit, and then news catalysts will come in to drive it back down, and people will just get holding the bag. So why were you just longing long-term oil? What? That doesn't even make sense. It's trading the same price it was like 15 years ago, 20 years ago. Oil, it's just cyclical. So cyclical assets are not meant to be held long-term on paper. I'm not talking about gold, silver as stores of value. Sure, go ahead. I got some too, whatever. Don't care about it. But I'm talking about paper. Like, oh, I have the objective of like taking a position to make money and then exit eventually with a plan. Oil isn't something to just not have a plan and own. Crazy. All right, so Bitcoin, I mean, they're holding on. You can see how important this level is on the monthly to lose its death. Truly. Do we have a quarterly candle, or do we have one more? We have a quarterly candle close coming, chat. 1 day, 2 hours. A bi-yearly candle close coming in 1 day, 2 hours. It's the big one. This is one of the big ones. And that's 3 black crows, kinda ish. You don't want, dude, I'm just saying, like, the more we scale out on time scales, the more we understand how effing important 58.5 is. Losing 58.5 is like death. Bitcoin death of Michael Saylor, Bitminer, all of it, Tom Lee, they're all really actually unironically gonna be at McDonald's, but they might get banned from McDonald's from working there because people will hear about it and try to mog them, max them out. So they might just be Uber Eats delivery drivers or something, you know, a little more low profile job. Yeah, so let's look at that 6-month candle. Good Lord. Good Lord, man. Bearish and golden candle catch and fall through. Here's one thing about Bitcoin. It's kind of interesting. The last 2 times we had 2 consecutive, I saw this on X. You had 2 consecutive bi-yearly candles. Bull trends kind of started. I wouldn't even say that though. I mean, what this dude's talking about. I mean, you engulfed on the 3rd candle, on the next candle, but then you did for a whole 18 months, did nothing. So they don't. That was the legendary Gartley, if you remember, and it played out and then corrected and then rolled over because COVID crash. Right here, 886 it, and that was a whole bullish bat pattern in itself. But I digress from that. More so, the last time we got 2 bi-yearly red candles in a row, we did begin an insane bull trend where you had 12 months, 24, right, 36 months of just pure and utter prosperity, and it concluded last bi-yearly candle with an all-time high, and then it's over. So I wonder, will history repeat itself, man? Maybe. I don't think there's any reason to like read into that completely. If you look at the bi-yearly, you talk about support, it's like 46,000 from here. Anyway, cool story, bro, right? Yeah, I know. Super cool. Ethereum. Oh my God, is there my Ethereum tickers effed? Sorry about that. Boom, we got a working Ethereum ticker now. Okay, audio check, make sure we're good here, dude. What's up, Ryler, dude? What's up, Claudio? Joe Pata. Gerben's here. Hello, Gerben. When Bitcoin wasn't a scam. It's not a scam, dude. Remember something that I've said a million times is Bitcoin's price is just not relevant to what it does. It's just not. People want it to be that store value. They want it to be that financial instrument that outruns or keeps up with inflation. But in actuality, all it is a decentralized bank. That's it. It works fine. It works like it did years ago. It will work like it will in 10, 15 years from now, most likely, unless quantum computing and AGI came in and ruined it and destroyed it. Maybe, we don't know yet, really. But for now, right, that's what it is. And it's a beautiful concept, beautiful revolutionary invention. It's just people want it to also just number go up, and that's just not how it works. But it's so beautiful. Someone can be across the border of another country and, hey man, I need this. Oh yeah, well, I can't do that because I'm not a citizen of that country and they don't let you use PayPal or Venmo or Zelle or whatever. And it's like, okay, fine, just send me some Bitcoin. Boom. And if you're on that page, it works perfectly. But yeah, a speculator who bought high, who needs it to go up, yeah, it's not good for you. So just remember that. Bitcoin's certainly not a scam. But I get what you're saying, right? The price action of Bitcoin has been a scam for speculators in Moon Boys. Yes, sure. Don't forget what it is. What's up, MB, man? Yeah, Bitcoin punk rock and not so mainstream. I wouldn't even consider Bitcoin mainstream, bro. I think it's actually not mainstream. People don't give an F about Bitcoin. They don't. I mean, some do, right? But it's such a very small amount of people. Yeah, a lot of people in the first world don't need it. Like they don't have issues with like, hey, I can't use a bank and all that, you know. But people around the world do need Bitcoin. Bitcoin is a saving grace for a lot of people all over the world, just not us, because we're legal citizens of the first world and our banks work great and FDIC insured and like, yeah, we have modern luxuries, but some people don't have those modern luxuries. Majority do not have those modern luxuries. So it's better holding Bitcoin than it is trying to trust in a extremely corrupt authoritarian government that has full access and control of banks to seize all your assets. They could seize your property if they wanted to, but they can't seize your Bitcoin because they probably don't even know you have it. So again, this is a technical analysis stream. And unfortunately, Bitcoin's technicals have been horrible. And that doesn't make it any less of a beautiful, wonderful asset and invention. So, okay, we just had to have that little talk because, yeah, we like it crapping on crypto so much because 99.9% of cryptos are not Bitcoin. They're just not. So anyway, so here's Ethereum. They're trying to hold it, you know, in this major inflection zone between 1420, 1728. It's a big zone. There's just little support from August 2023. They may be trying to hold on to March 2021. That's it, though. I figured it would go a little lower, and it would look a lot better on the oscillators. If it did, we'd get actually oversold again. We'd go to test 1420. Maybe they defend it there, and you get a reflexive rally higher, you know. But whatever, not really interested in it. It's just kind of like, if it goes up from here, does it matter? No, because SolarEdge is probably going up. RGTI, QBTS, they're probably going up too. But the difference is they have really good structures. The solar field sector, subsector has a really good trend. Like, they're just better assets to have your money in right now. You having your money in Ethereum right now is just praying to Jesus that this thing rallies from here. And the only reason it would probably rally is because the macro environment improves. Like the index funds go higher from here. Well, then sure, yeah, risk on. Like Ethereum and Bitcoin historically, they rally with the index funds. But I would say this, like, crypto has been underperforming the index funds in their this all-time high rally. They've been performing worse than probably ever. This has definitely been the worst performing halving cycle in history for Bitcoin, that's for sure. And the altcoins are even worse. They're just terrible. So you're just praying in a downtrend that somehow buyers catch their footing on this and you get a rally on Ethereum, and you might get it, man. Okay, you might get a little rally. But it's just hard to go to bed at night knowing you're in this horrible downtrend, when you could just, I could just sleep well at night knowing that SolarEdge or what are the other in-phase energy, they're in incredible trends. They had a really nice 30% correction over the past like 6 weeks or whatever, or less. And but higher highs, higher lows consecutively, and you just look like, above the 200 moving average. You're just in incredible waters. Okay, these waters are super choppy, very difficult to navigate, and terrible trend. So harmonic vision is late. Past the tardy sauce, dude. What do I think? I gotta look at MicroStrategy. Yeah, let me do that real quick. And a pump today because Michael Saylor is gonna sell 1.25 billion of their Bitcoin. What was the point of buying the Bitcoin if you're gonna sell it at a loss? Which it certainly is. Its cost basis is 76,000. Right, 76,000. It's $60,000 Bitcoin, and you're selling 1.2 billion of your Bitcoin at a loss for sure. Am I crazy here? Hello? Someone like refute me if I'm like incorrect in my assessment. So yes, nice rally, dude. Up 12.6%, up 1.25% after hours. Went as low as $82 last week. Now it's $92.68, $93.84 after hours. They're trying to defend a key level. I mean, we know 88, big deal. We know 80 is it, the final. This is like last. You know what happened? It's kind of like in Call of Duty when you're on a losing streak, and when you go down, when you should die, you just go down on your back and your pistol's out. And you're just able to try to shoot that. I think that's MicroStrategy right now. They're just on this major losing streak. They're on their back, and then today they actually got a kill in Last Stand. That's kind of MicroStrategy. No one backed me up on this or refuted. I don't know. So whatever, casino here. There's no edge one way or another. After 9 days, TD sequential 9 meme, right? 9 days, and then your 10th day reversal. So I know what will happen though. No matter what, most likely it's gonna be a lower high when it's all concluded. If it's more than a 1 day event, could be a 2-3 day event. Wherever that little rally concludes, it's gonna be lower than 135. And then it's going to roll over again, probably. Oh, it's not must. He can sell the Bitcoin and buy back share. What's the point? seems like just a stupid thing. Like, what was the... I don't... It's futility. So that's my stretch. We can look at stretch pump too. Oh, we did. They did. Yeah, you're saved, stretch bros. Up 12%. My God, man. Oh, Dow Jones.
For the COD analogy. Peace.
Thanks so much, dude. COD analogy. We'll do more. We'll do more COD analogies if you want. Yeah. What all of us, some of us did like idiots back in college. We played Call of Duty, shooting that ACR, going to freaking class, University of Alabama, and all I had to do was just buy Bitcoin. I'm such an idiot ape. I'm a freaking ape doing all that normie crap. Yeah, but whatever, you know. I think that's the issue is like, would I have had the ability to hold throughout all those years? No, because the volatility was so insane. I just don't think I would have been able to unless I just cold storage it, and then I probably wouldn't have been doing that back then. I don't know, right? Yeah, Rivian was requested yesterday. We looked at it, and it was like, it looked still in that BABA area, right? Where it's super frustrating, but technically nothing has invalidated the argument for maybe someone conducting a buying campaign. So, yeah, stretch up 12%. Cool, dude. It's got a long way to go for 100. Hope they can get there. God bless them. All right. So we looked at the index funds. We looked at, well, we can look at XRP real quick, up 1.2%. It's terrible. Like, it might start diverging, right? At any point, like here or a little lower, divergence could come in. Like, no question. See that? A low on price, a slightly low on price locally. That's exactly what bullish divergence is. It could be developing right now. So we could be sooner rather than later going for some rally, and the rally could take you as high as an 886 if conditions were favorable. It could take you up here, go all the way up, meander on up to 148.65. And then a sharp develops. So it's like garbage trend. So it's not the best. This is not the best market conditions to be trying to identify a bullish dragon. It's just not. Best time to be identifying bullish dragons. Remember the Velo. Remember the Solar Edge. In phase. Like those were. Robinhood had a dragon. I think. God, there was another one. Oh, it was the XLV had a dragon pattern. They were in no trends, uptrends. This is in a downtrend. So if you're trying to identify that bullish pattern in a bearish trend, it might be reliable. But remember, its performance might be really bad. It might not, like the exhaustion, everything's there. And that gives you a little rally, but not enough to get anywhere. And it doesn't even make the 886. It collapses before it makes even breaks the bad action magnet move at 129. So you are starting to look interesting here. I really wish we could go a little lower and get it actually oversold again and look like that. That'd be better. There'd be like no question, no controversy if you did that, but they're trying right now, I guess. I can't trust it. That's just me. They're just other markets and other trends that are superior to cryptos. So even if Bitcoin and crypto just started ripping higher right now, I'm not going to apologize for knowing trend analysis. And it's like, I just like having my money where there are trends that, oh, I'll be short in a downtrend, shorting silver in a downtrend. It's worked out wonderfully throughout the year. Being long silver when it was in an uptrend was really profitable. Okay, get it? Like, trend is your friend. Try to just have your money where the trend is. Okay, anyway, XRP, Solana pumped today, I believe. It was up 5.3%. Congrats. But it's still just up against like this old trading range low. Right
Hey
here.
Mitch, can we look at dollar even? It seems to have an inverse H&S on the daily and bullish divergence on the weekly MACD. Thanks.
Yeah, Marty, man, absolutely. Thank you so much, dude. For the 20, we will look at Rivian again. We looked at it yesterday on stream. We'll look at it soon. I'm almost done. Like I think this, and then like the DXY and the VIX, maybe oil, and then we'll be across the markets completely. So yeah, Solana rallying. Maybe it turns into a bat pattern. It could take you all the way to 94 bucks. But they do need to break $75 or 76.60. They're just testing it right now. It could be a bear flag, but yeah, it kind of looks better than XRP. Yeah, better than XRP. A little better than Ethereum. I just the trend's so bad. I do think though if they break 76.60, it could go flying. And that would probably mean if Solana was doing that, Bitcoin would be running to 63.6 up here, that next inflection point. And they could. They've defended 58K successfully. If risk on continues with the S&P and the NASDAQ, those would be a conducive environment for somehow a little rally to occur in the crypto space. And it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean like, oh, we're back on a crazy bull trend. It just means you can't always go straight down, and sometimes supports hold, and sometimes reflexive rallies come after levels are defended by the buyers, and they just run it up, and then look, they take it. They could even take it straight to 64.9, and it's still a lower high than that high we had from June 22nd. They can do that. They do that all the time, man. So it's all about the swing highs and swing lows where they conclude. Anyway, all right, there are your 4 cryptos. And then DXY that had broken out, pulled back a little bit today, a little bit, right? Wyckoff accumulation looks very real. I think you might have, this was the sign of strength. The first step of Wyckoff accumulation phase E. Phase D transitioning into E. The sign of strength, and now you'd be working on the backup. The backup could take you all the way to 100, maybe even a little lower. After the backup, the BU concludes. You'd be looking for confirmation, which is the final move of Wyckoff accumulation phase DE, and that would take you to 102 and 105 and 107 beyond. So that's it for the DXY. It was down a little bit today. 0.25%. Wow, big deal. U.S. oil. Yeah, we'll look at Mag 7s. We'll do it, man. U.S. oil, again, all I see is a legendary, godlike trade where anyone coming at me mad about anything, it's just like, this was a banger. This was a year-making trade. Oh, you missed silver? Oh, here was oil. Where were you? Why are you complaining right now? Why are you mad at me? Like, what did I do? I presented this trade setup, posted it, silver platter, played out in 6 weeks or less. What was it even? How many days for real? Posted this thing February 9th. What day was that? February 9th. My God, dude. February 9th was right here. This thing played out, I'm sorry, in 28 days. 28 days the trade was done. 28 days, this asset went up 86% off of this trade setup. You can't make it up, man. You can't get mad at me. Like, I'm just a tool for you to utilize and you were on your own trading journey. Like, so yeah, it's now round tripping, and you're gonna fill that gap, 67.41. It's a matter of time. You're so close now. Why would you not fill the gap? You will. And then maybe you go see 61.70. That's like the next big support. I mean, there's all kinds of crap down here. 65 might be tested too, but yeah, the big one's 61.75. So yeah, all right. That's someone wanted U.S. oil. You have it, man. There's your commodities. Oh, we didn't look at gold and silver, did we? Am I crazy? We didn't. No, gold down 0.05%. It just looks horrible. Oh, sorry. Sometimes. Yeah. Kind of like not a bearish engulfing candle because it gapped down yesterday, but it's almost the same thing. Just a bad candle close and not oversold, which is horrible. You're just sitting, and that's bad, man. When you're just sitting in the bearish control zone like this, all this negative momentum. It's just right now, until new data comes in, just the gold is in the hands of the momentum of the sellers. Momentum is in the hands of the sellers. They're trying to hold on to this psychological 4,000 level. It's kind of the swing low from November. They lose it, it's going to be 3,900. They lose that, there's nothing else till 35, 3,400. So it's just, you're below the heart line of this channel too, right? I mean, notice that. What was the most recent discernible event that has happened on this chart? They went up and they perfectly, I'm not talking about kind of, I'm talking to the penny gold. They tested after losing 43.81, the old all-time high from October 2025. They ran it up and confirmed its validity as resistance before now making a lower low than the previous low, the lowest low of the correction, of the intermediate downtrend that gold is in. So I hope, man, for all our gold watches and chains and all that, I hope that 4K holds. If it doesn't, you got 3,900, you lose that, 34, 3,500's on deck. So that's where you're at. Technically horrible, technically not the place to be having your money, despite any sort of short squeeze rally that happens right here. It's just not. It's like Ethereum. Like, oh, okay, Ethereum might rally because of slightly lower low locally, and it might little drag in a reflexive rally. It's just terrible. Like, why not just own an asset in a good trend? You had, what, 2.5 years plus for prosperity. Remember Nick Saban dynasty? Saban retired right here, blow off top. Now we have Kalen Dabor, and we're at downtrend. Oh, yeah. NIL, okay, Big Ten, transfer portal, 26-year-old players, okay. Yeah, that's where we are. Silver, same situation, kind of like a 2018 Bitcoin fractal. Perfect bearish back test. The TA was so effing well respected. You're just thinking, like, practically, why not go test 54.40? Just test it. It might hold successfully and we go to $70 again. But like, that's the only thing that makes the most sense to me, of like, they just go and test it. It might hold, it might be crazy. If it doesn't hold, you know what's straight up what's on deck, $50.80. But I think it's a pretty good level for maybe a reflexive rally. And then maybe a dragon, like same thing where all these other ones like Bitcoin and like Ethereum, silver, kind of in the same boat. They could take us to a 1414 down here. My God, you wouldn't want to see that. 49.49 for a 1414. And then they take it all the way to the 886. All right. It's not right. That was a wrong. Why is it doing that? My chart tool. This one's proper. I don't understand. The bat tool now is accurate and the chart tool is no longer accurate. It's so weird. I take that back. That was inaccurate. Even though I've been using the chart tool forever doing that, for some reason now, it's not accurate. Anyone see what's going on? G-Dog, anyone in here that actually know these tools, know what's going on here? So yeah, they could take it. It's close to 1618 here. So a little bit lower. And guess what? The little bit lower would be a 1618 would be confluent with a test of that October 17th, my birthday high, and then November 13th high. Like, that would be perfect for a rebound, a big retrace, a downtrend retrace. So I think everything X marks the spot. 54.50, perfect level. But yeah, maybe you never get there. Maybe they front run it or something. Something happens, It's just so far, it's just it just got destroyed. So they're just kind of market participants digesting what happened. It was horrible. Okay, you haven't seen positive momentum on silver since May 18th. Yikes, dude. Hello, chat. Wow, chat, y'all are dead. Of course. G-Dog's here, so see what I'm saying, man? I don't know. You test it. You tell me. I lost my mind. I lost my touch. You use the XABC, you use the shark tool, the C with the harmonic on a slightly lower low. You do. I've always done that, right? That's, well, not always. At one point we had this big controversy like 6 years ago, and then we were like, okay, it makes sense. You're right. And now it doesn't work anymore the way I thought it did. Everyone needs silver still, bro. That's what's crazy about it. But you know what's great for the world? This whole move up was based on speculation, retail, and leverage capital. The whole word of leverage capitalized. That's what this is. So this is incredible for solar companies, battery companies, military use. Like, this is really good. You don't want the price of silver to be that high. So this wasn't reality. Like, all this huge run from 85 to 120 wasn't reality. It was just mania. And this is the aftermath of mania, almost literally always. Harmonic Fisherman, this tool, the harmonic tool with the C on it, which is your shark tool. Everyone still needs silver, dude. It's just they're getting it at a more reasonable price, which is great. Think about like this, year over year. No one will believe it, okay? No one believes it. It's the 29th right now. You understand? The 29th of June. June 30th, 2025. I guess the 29th last year was a weekend. Silver is still year over year. Silver is up 62.5%. A commodity, a multi-trillion-dollar commodity, is up 62.5% year over year right now as I'm speaking to you after all that happened. Only people getting completely destroyed are, again, the speculators buying in late. Pattern tool looks cooked. Did it work? So you agree it's stupid, it broke? Full moon tonight? Yeah, it's called the Strawberry Moon, Detroit's. Yeah, you were right. You're right. Strawberry Moon. Kang's man. Okay, so anyway, copper, it's like, still looks kind of really good up here, even though it could be over. It could be a high, slightly higher high double top for sure. They could send this thing all the way back down to 475. It's still remaining a nice uptrend. But as long as they keep the price above 588, 580, you're actually fine. You're actually good. Like, if it falls below 580, yeah, you could very well just say, I don't want it anymore. I'm gonna drop it, and it's gonna, it's gonna go to 476. But that's a place to manage your risk, I think. I don't think there's a reason to uncopper below 580 if it stays below it, given enough time. Okay, anyway, so with all that being said, we finally made it across the markets. Dude, it took me an hour to do that. We can look at US dollar, Japanese yen. For Anon. You know Anon. Well, we had a really nice bat pattern that kind of reacted, and we have you're near a huge breakout. I mean, you're right. You haven't broken out, though. You're at it. My God, this is such a big deal, dude. Right there, 161.95. Look left and see, wow, you gotta go back. Well, I mean, on this chart, nothing. So if this harmonic fails, which I think you're still in harmonic optimum price territory, if this fails, I mean, you get a breakout. It's pretty easy to measure with Fibonacci. Your 1272, your first objective is going to be 168. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like, this gives me canary vibes up here. It's either you're about to do it seems so strong, like there's just so much accumulation, and that's where the canary meme comes from. A canary was like, oh, it's so strong that the B point's actually higher than the X point, and then you have a higher low. So it's like a butterfly or a deep crab on crack, on steroids. So they 2618 it. So your target would be like up here, confluent with that 1414. Again, this is an April Fool's Day harmonic that we made, but that was the psychology behind it. So if you broke out, it'd be in line 168, 171. The 1618 is 175. Those would be your targets on the Japanese yen, the US dollar paired against the Japanese yen, which means the Japanese yen is about to collapse, dude. I mean, this is it. Last line of defense. If it doesn't hold, you're screwed. Even if it did hold, they could run this thing up and make another lower high before, right? So don't even be concerned. Nothing's like, this whole thing's good until they lose 155. That's what's crazy about it. It's in such good shape. Okay, so that was for Anon. 60. You think 220 could be a target? Well, let's just, go with the Fibonacci. 2618 is 200, 198. So you can go there. All right. And then Rivian. Great day on Rivian, man. Yeah, recapture 1567, massive deal. Back up with a 200 moving average, massive. Like if you're above those two levels, that's the threshold for optimism. Like if you're above 1567 and the 200 moving average, you can be extremely optimistic on Rivian. Below it, you're okay, but I'm not going to be as optimistic about it. If that makes sense. It's just such a key level. So you're above it, good couple days. My God, Rivian up almost 13% in 2 days. All these higher lows are higher than previous lows. That's what you need to know. Stubborn, but still a valid setup for way higher given enough time. Hard to believe, I know. That's right. 1927 is your target. You'd have to go probably swinging for 2459 and a continuation of this whole thing. And if they can stay above 1567, given enough time, I think you're in great shape for way higher. That's it. It's Rivian, Marty, man. Divergence on the weekly. Oh my God, dude. Like, look what they're going to do. On the week, they're going to recapture. Fail. They've been failing at the 200 moving average on the weekly since February.
Moon. Glad you're back. We see you living it up, trying to learn everything I can. Thanks, Lord Mitch.
What's up, Paper Cuts? Yeah, we'll look at it right after this. Thank you, dude. You're next. You're on deck. Yeah, dude, living it up, man. Hitting the live button, not the live button. Because I've been hitting that live button 8.5 years straight. And now things are really starting to blossom in my life. Like pretty hardcore. So, and hanging out with country music singers, hanging out with NFL players now. My bro, Jake, and John and, Ross, Mama Ivy. Like, it's just been, it's incredible. So, never lived this much life in my life. 2026, best year I've ever had. And it's only about to be July. So, anyway, 133 days of Rivian, failing to break the 200 until this week. If this stands with 2 days and 21 hours to go, if it's real, they're bullish engulfing, and they're holding that 1567. This holds, man, 1927 easy, and then 2270 and 2459 after that, man. It's almost like this, bro. Like literally, like all this is just one valley, and guess what? This valley's doing. We're traders settling up. It's a higher low than previous lows. Like people just don't have the patience. Like people are like, hey, they gave up and they joke about it now, and it's like, dude, why are you joking? It's not over. It just put in the highest base since the accumulation campaign began. So you will be very surprised. You shouldn't. The least surprising thing at this point should be a markup. Us going to 22, 25, 30 plus dollars. For now, until data presents itself that would refute that, you're still looking good here. Yeah, return on the Mac probably will be. Yeah, because it took so long here. Yep. Claudia, nothing wrong with Give it another shot. Just a long-term thing, man. You got your position trade. Oh, it might hold it a year. You know, these Mag 7s real quick. Those, well, hold on, one more. Let me, in Essence Snaps. What is it? Synopsis, yeah. Let's look at it. Oh, a lot of sideways. My God, man. Tough spot. I mean, gapped down on extremely high volume, bad earnings. And what I hate about it is the fact that like buyers since that event have been unable to break 514.80, 515 so many times now, and they just recently failed again. And it's like, how many times they have to fail before buyers just completely give up? This thing fell below the 200-day simple moving average. I don't really like it like this. It was such a good trend, and then something really bad happened on this earnings report. Really bad. To a degree where, again, after the event, after all this time, S&P all-time highs, all these semiconductors, all these things, good things happening, buyers won't break. There's too much supply at 515, not enough demand, and you just failed for a third time. So to me, it's like at least a test of the supply line that it broke. But I mean, you very well could be looking at another 375 test. Where would you manage your, I mean, you could see 416 if anything. Like, I think nothing till 416 minimum. 418, right? The swing low from 2023. I mean, that's probably where you're headed. And maybe they hold it there. That's the area to be watching for. So I'm not really keen on that right now. It's still a higher base. All these swing lows from March 2025 to now, they're all higher lows than the previous lows before them, but no higher highs. So, and if it's a trading range, which it certainly is, right? A trading range between 380 and 514.50. Where are you? Oh, you're in the dead middle. So if you're a range trader, despite anything, it's the absolute worst area to take along ever. Trading ranges, you short the tops, so you long the bottoms. Like, that is the most rudimentary aspect of trading range analysis, right? Long bottom, short top. It's more complicated than that, right? You're looking for structures, you're looking for liquidity grabs, recapturing key levels, all that. But overall, you're looking to long the bottom if you want to long it. And that's way lower. So there you go. There's your S&PS. Let's look at the Mag 7s real quick. Apple had a bad day. Started out good with a gap up, but they just tested 288 again. It was just too much. They're not letting it break and fill that gap at 293. So closed below it. Closed lower than yesterday. Down 0.72%. Down 0.16% after hours. I think, like, okay, if that's real, they sell it off, you're just looking for a deeper correction. But eventually, I think they'll catch their footing. Maybe, I mean, I think the most proper thing would be a 260 test. That all-time high they broke, when they broke that recently, they never confirmed it as support ever. It was the date of April 15th. That resistance broke, and they just ran past it. So a test would be super healthy technically. And maybe they lose it, you know? Like, what would be great is, like, they lose the area, and then they recapture it, then they kind of reconfirm it. That would be a dream of all dreams for constructing a trading plan. So that would be welcome. And what would happen down there? You'd get some sort of, like, low to high 88% retrace. So you get, like, value, like an Apple in an uptrend. Apple gives us an 88% sale. So you get it'd be like an M shape. Oh, it'd be a lot of things that you would want to happen down here. So I would like it to be lower if you wanted the most strategic entry. It may not. Apple investors just gonna keep buying, you know. But if it's a swing trading channel, we're always talking about looking at assets and trying to figure out where we can strategize a trading plan optimally. And that would probably be at 260 if we could. Anyway, Microsoft down 1.18%, worst performer of the day. Apple and Microsoft, the only negative Mag 7s. It's up 1% after hours, so all the loss is given back today. But man, they're really trying to hold that 366 level. They took it all the way down to 350 on, was it Friday? No, on Thursday. They tested that level perfectly to the cent, November 2021. And so now you're back above some key levels. You actually got back above the supply line back from October, the all-time high. So they're trying to hold on to a level. You do have an M shape here. It could end up, right? I was looking at looking for an 886 shark, didn't work out, but it could be a 113 shark. So that could give you a good rally to at least a 50% retrace from the previous high to low and a 407 target. So someone could scalp that, whatever, maybe make some money on it, but it's still a downtrend. But yeah, and still, I think this is cooked. So weird, man. The M shapes on TradingView. Anyway, so Amazon up 3.2%. What a huge pump. But in the end, it still concluded with a candle close below the old all-time high from January of last year. So they tried. Again, long-term uptrend. This one's probably going way higher in time. All you gotta do is look at the weekly to understand that. The trend is your friend for sure, man. Like you get above 242, and we'll go to like almost 300. $300. Could go a little lower to see that demand line, to get to that oversold threshold on the weekly. But man, this one's been just kind of, been so choppy, man. I mean, since February, it's the same price it was going on a year and a half ago almost. Not quite, but close. Nvidia up 1.27%. Who care? They tested the 200 moving average. They touched it first time since April 9th and defended it successfully, but they tend to do that. They ran it up to 195.73, the top of this trading range, and guess what? Traders settled up below it. So you did not break back out above the trading range. You just confirmed its validity as resistance, which isn't necessarily great. So not what I'm looking for, really. Better hope that they just blast it through 195.73 tomorrow, the coming days. Otherwise, you just run the risk of seeing a gap fill at 177.40 and in a big old shark pattern, bat pattern, concluding down here at the low 170s. Meta 224, 2.24%. Nice little gap up. Remember the M shape. Remember like Apple. I don't know why it's here. I'm just here identifying it, streaming it to you, showing you, and you got like a gap up reaction for now. Reaction isn't technically real until you get at least a 38% retrace from the high point of the harmonic to the low point. So you got to get at least 597 to say we have a confirmed reaction off the pattern completion zone of this bat pattern. But they gapped it up. That gap will fill. But I wonder, I'm getting interested. I'm a little interested, right? The M shape's completing near some serious support. I wonder, right? Will there ever be a rotation back into Meta? And maybe it starts with this pattern. Maybe. Google up almost 5%. Huge green day. I mean, they took it almost to 328. They front ran that resistance support, didn't they? By a few pennies. And just a huge green day. I mean, what do you even have going on? I don't even know. Is it like this? Yeah, it's just like a little short-term downtrend, corrective wave. It's been bleeding out, but it seems it's just confined within that. It's pretty nice, isn't it? It's beautiful. Beautiful little channel. Chef's kiss right there, man. A lot of respect. So they can take it a little higher, 358. Maybe it hits that and sells off, whatever. Just channeling, dude. Not necessarily like a great trade setup or anything. Thing is crazy about it. You haven't seen positive momentum since May 15th. So 6 weeks. Maybe that's going to change at some point. Tesla, we already looked at it. So up against that resistance. They got to break it, man, and we got to recapture, and then we got to reconfirm this whole inflection zone as support. So anyway, been live now an hour 20 minutes. If you're enjoying the live stream, please hit the like button, the bell, that sub. Just looking at across the markets, man. Just going across the markets, looking at different assets. Did a lot today. So that's all I do, man. I'm just a tool for you to utilize on your trading journey. That is me. My life for you. All right. But well, I'm gonna leave y'all to it. I'll let y'all be dead chat in the Discord. So thanks for likes, love, support, contributions. I'll be back. Until next time, respect the TA. Much love, Andrew, man. Thanks for the $2 super chat. GT Kangs.